welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, I just need to point out the obvious. This shelf is crooked. I know it's crooked, but I can't fix it. I have tried and I can't. So I'm gonna have to have my hubby help me, and he's really busy. So I'm sorry that this is going to be torture watching that stupid shelf being crooked throughout the entire video, because I know that kind of stuff drives me crazy. I'm very sorry about that, but it's crooked and I don't know what to do about it. So I promise I will get it fixed. So today I am going to be giving you guys my full review and 3 different tutorials using the Carli Bybel palette. She collaborated on with Anastasia Beverly Hills. This palette is beautiful. Like, as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have it. Now, don't get me wrong. Anastasia has been launching so many palettes, I cannot keep up. The last palette I bought was the Jackie Aina palette, which I love, even though I do have a creative block when it comes to that palette because of the way that the shades are laid out in the palette, but I still love it because it's so pigmented and it just, oh, all the shades are good, good, good. This palette, I don't have that problem with. I think the shades are laid out for me good. I know it's a personal thing. I hear ya. It's 10 o'clock at night. I'm a little bit rambling and I've only had 4 hours of sleep because my computer decided to be a jerk off and not work last night. So this palette retails for $45 on the Anastasia Beverly Hills website. Now, they launched a bunch of other stuff. They launched a mini loose highlighter set for $48, which I didn't get that set. And they also launched holiday loose glitter set. It was like a glitter kit, and that retailed for $40. And I didn't get that kit either just because I don't really wear a lot of glitter. And the highlighters, I just didn't feel like I need, only because I'm kind of picky with shades that I wear as far as highlighter goes. Right now, I'm actually wearing the shade Bali, which is kind of like a pink, like icy color. It's actually all over my lid right now, and I'm wearing it as a highlighter. Gorgeous. But I did buy the Undressed lip set. This is how it comes. It comes with these 5 full-size lip products. So you actually get 3 mattes, 1 shimmer, or not shimmer, metallic, and 1 gloss. So you get all this for $40. Like, it's a no-brainer because you basically pay $8 a piece for them, and they retail for $20. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I am super excited about it. Let's jump right into the 3 tutorials that I created with this palette. Then we'll get into the lippies, the swatches, and my final thoughts. I will also have timestamps in the description box down below, so it makes it easier for you guys to kind of skip ahead to the parts that you want to see. So without further ado, let's jump right into the tutorials. Okay, so let's get playing with this beautiful palette. This is the packaging, and it is so pretty. It's so feminine, and I think that's what really attracted me to the packaging. And then you have the brush inside, just like all the ABH palettes, but look at this beautiful palette. It's so pretty. I know in her video, she talked about a few of the shades you're able to wear as highlighters. So you have Bali and Moo. So this one's Bali and this one is Moo. Because of my overall look, I'm going to go into the shade Bali with my highlighter brush. I just put the tip of it in, and I'm going to put this on my cheek. Ooh, that's pretty. She's right. It blends really pretty into the skin. Look how pretty that is. Oh, it's not like overwhelming. It's not like a bam in your face highlighter. Now let's move on to look number 1 and 2. I'm going to go into the shade Bear, which is the lightest shade in the palette, and I'm going to place that up here in my brow bone just to kind of keep that up there highlighted, and I love that. So it's almost like a brightening powder. So it has a tiny bit of highlight in it. It highlights it and lightens everything up, but it's not a shimmer. My eyes are so red. I didn't get any sleep last night. I need to put some drops in them because I didn't get any sleep. Okay, I took a break and put some eye drops in my eyes, the Lumify, just to clear those red eyes. First things first, I'm gonna take my Crease Pro and I'm gonna go into the shade Chai. And I'm gonna bring Chai right in the crease. I'm just kind of building this shade on top of itself, so Just kind of deepening up just a little bit. I'm going to take the Sigma Shader Crease Brush. This is the E47. I'm going to go into the shade Bybel, and I'm going to use this to kind of carve out my crease with that shade and kind of pack that on and like build that dimension, but I'm using it just to kind of create that line. And then I'm going to go back to my brush with no extra product and kind of blend that out. Those two blend together so good. Okay, I'm gonna go into Bowie and I'm gonna go right back over top and kind of carve that out again. Now I'm gonna take the tip of my brush, my crease brush, and go into Bybel. And I'm gonna bring this up just a little bit into the crease. I'm going to take the stiffer end of the brush in the palette and I'm going to go into Chai and just kind of pack Chai here on the outer corner. And then I'm going to go into Bybel, pack that over top. And I'm just doing stippling motions just because I don't want a lot of fallout. Then I'm going to go into Bowie. I'm going to wipe that brush off and I'm going to go back into Chai and I'm going to do the exact same steps on the lower lash line. So I'm going to bring this out a little bit farther so that it's a little bit more blown out. I'm going to switch brushes to a flat brush and go into Bowie. And I'm going to keep that real tight to the lash line, or just right here on the outer corner to add the depth. All right, now for the lid. I was thinking about going into Mandala or Libra. Both of them are really, really pretty. I love the holographic type look from Mandala. These base matte shadows, you could use either one of those. All right, let's do both. Why not? Seriously, why not? I'm gonna first go into Libra. Oh, I just got a ton of fallout right there. I'm gonna use my felt tip applicator because I think my felt tip applicator won't make such a mess. So I'm gonna go into Libra and I'm gonna place Libra right here on the outer corner. Then I'm gonna go into Mandala. Oh, that shade is pretty. Look how pretty that shade is. So I sprayed it just a tiny bit and I'm gonna just wet that just to bring that impact. I'm gonna go into Bali, I think. And I'm just popping that right here on the inner corner just to kind of get. Now we're gonna move on to look number 2. I kind of feel like there's so many purples in the palette. And I love this purple eye, but I kind of want to play around with a little bit of something else. I kind of want to play around with Stev. My thought is I want to put that all over my lid, all over my crease, and then put Aurora over top of it. I'm going to go straight into Stev. And I think she named this after her dad, which I thought was super cute. Ooh, it's like a really pretty like strawberry shade. So I'm starting with the crease and just kind of doing the windshield wiper motions to kind of blend it out. I want to make sure that that shade is completely blended where I want it before I go in for a second dip to build. So now I'm going to take my Builder Pro and go into Steb, and I'm going to place this all over the lid. Okay, before I continue, I'm going to take the tip of the ABH brush and I'm going to go into Steb. I'm not completely done with the crease yet, but I'm going to bring this on the lower lash line. Now it's just going in and kind of perfecting it and adding color where you need it in the crease and then blending it out. I'm going to go back to my Worker Pro and I'm going to go into the shade Aurora. I am going to wet this down just because it kind of feels like a loose shimmer. Oh, but it is pretty, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's a pretty shade. So I'm going to place this all over the lid. Yes, this is so pretty. Oh, I love that shade so much. And I'm not even into hot pinks, and I love that shade. It's so pretty. Got a little bit of fallout from Aurora, but I didn't get much fallout from Steb. Whatever's left over on the brush, I'm gonna kind of like gently kind of spray this, is the only word I can use to describe it. Kind of blend out those edges just a tad. Oh, damn, that's pretty. I'm gonna go into Aurora and I'm gonna spray it. Okay, so these are the final looks. I didn't put any mascara on my lashes only because I'm going to be taking all of this off. So I just threw on a pair of lashes, which the glue hasn't fully dried, but I gotta take it off. So anyway, I want to let you guys know that on this eye, on my waterline, the upper and the lower, I used the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Alkaline. It's kind of like a berry kind of color, and it really worked good for this eye look. On this eye, I used the shade Demolition, and it's kind of just like a dark, like eggplant, dark purplish brownish color. So I put that on the lower lash line and the upper lash line, and I think it turned out really good. On my lips is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Saint Tropez. The reason why I put this on is because I knew it would go good with this eye. I mean, look at that. Those are like made in heaven. You guys have the Saint Tropez from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a gloss. It's one of my favorite glosses, you guys. It is so good. It will go perfect with Aurora. So good. So that's it for look number 1 and 2. I will see you guys in my third look. Okay, so I've cleaned both of those looks off. Let's start with the final look. And this look, I want it to be kind of going with the theme of this palette, the pinks. I'm gonna put Bare all over my lid, just like I did before, all over up top and all the way down. It's such a pretty shade. I love that to highlight the brow bone because it highlights it without making it super shimmery. So I'm gonna bring that into the inner corner as well. Now I'm going to take my Crease Pro, I'm going to go into the shade Bybel, and I'm going to pop that directly on the crease. Now I'm going to go into the shade Bowie, And just kind of bring that into the crease, right directly into the center of the crease. Kind of blend that out just to add a little bit of depth. So now I'm going in with a smaller brush. This is that same E47 shader brush I was using from Sigma. And I'm going in with that shade and kind of like, getting a little bit more detailed with the crease. So I'm going to grab this end of the brush that comes in the palette. I'm going to grab the shade Bybel and I'm going to run this along the lower lash line, kind of blowing it out. I'm going to take that same stiff part of the brush and really pack that shadow right here on the outer corner. Now I'm going to go into Bowie and pack it right on top of it. And I'm going to tight line with the shade Bowie and keeping it just real close to the lash line. For the lid, I want to put Bali all over the lid because I just think Bali is so beautiful and it's such a pretty like light baby pink shimmer and it's just really pretty. Plus, because I used it as a highlighter, I want to make the highlighter pop. That shade is gorgeous. It is so pretty. So now I'm going to go into the shade Bybel and kind of blend that shade in. I want to see what it would look like to put Bare on the inner corner. I don't know, like I don't know if it's bright enough to use as an inner corner. I don't know if it's shimmery enough, but I think it will really brighten it up without having a lot of the shimmer. So I'm just using this small like detailed brush and that is perfect. Kind of blending it into there. Okay, so this is the final look for look number 3, and I love this. I look so much. So pretty. I absolutely love it. It is probably one of my favorite like baby, like icy pink purple looks. I'm obsessed. I would also mention that if I had time to do a 4th look, I would probably put Chai in the crease, deepen it with this shade, and then put this all over the lid. This beautiful, gorgeous gold. It's like a beautiful champagne gold. I think those would create such a beautiful look, but I'm running out of time. It is. Let's go ahead and try on the lippies. So I'm not going to try them on with a lip liner, but up here on the screen, you will see swatches of each one of these lipsticks. I took a picture with flash and one without, so you could see the shimmers in these shades, and there are 3 of them that are matte. One of them is a shimmer, and one is a gloss. I think I'm going to first go in with the shade On Mute. That is pretty on its own. So that's what On Mute looks like. If you guys have used the Anastasia Beverly Hills matte lips, let us know in the comments down below if you like it. If you don't, if you feel like it's drying or whatever. I can feel it's kind of starting to dry and set down. The one thing that I don't like about matte lips is I don't like them to dry out my lips. So let us know in the comments down below if their formula dries us out. These are so hard to get off. Like, holy smokes, they're hard to get off. So next up, let's go in with the shade Sand. Talk about pale lips. Looks like I have foundation on my lips. Obviously, this is a liquid lip color that you would want to wear a lip liner with. My recommendation is to apply that shade with a lip brush over top of a lip liner and kind of blend it into the lip liner. That would probably be the best way to apply this. All right, let's take that one off. It's pretty though. I think it's really pretty. I think it would be really pretty with like a deep like eggplant lip liner. This is my favorite color because I love anything peach. This is the shade Peachy. You guys know I love peach. Oh, look at that shade. It's so perfect. With this kind of matte formula, I recommend applying this with a lip brush. I think kind of blending it into the lip is better than using the applicator. That's my opinion. Next up, we're gonna put on the shimmer shade in Beaming. That's so pretty. That is so pretty. This is the same formula as the Saint Tropez, the one that I was using in the other tutorials. Love this so much. So pretty. That is so pretty. That is so pretty. It matches the shirt to a perfection. Okay, and then finally we have the lip gloss in the shade Summer Vibes. That is pretty. Oh, and it smells like a vanilla cake type. It's like a holographic. So pretty. That's really pretty on its own too. I like that. I think that's really, really pretty. Okay, so I just went ahead and threw on this lip pencil. This is from Gerard Cosmetics. This one is in the shade Ecstasy. So it's kind of like a really pretty, kind of nice purple color. Did take my finger, and you guys, I like didn't take a chunk of it. I took my finger like this, dabbed it on my lip, and then went in with the liquid lip because the liquid lip is really strong. It's very, very dry. I kind of have a feeling this might be a drier formula, but adding a tiny bit of moisture on, once I blended in the lip liner, adding a little bit of moisture and then putting this over top of it, it was perfect. So I put the shade on mute just in the middle and just blended it out with a lip brush, and there you go. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the swatches, and then I will get into my final thoughts. Okay, so let me get into my final thoughts about this palette. I actually really, really like it. I think it's a fantastic palette. I think the shades are really pretty. I love the layout of the palette. I think she did just such a great job with all of the shades in here, and I really enjoy it. The only thing that I personally would say that kind of threw me off, and it threw me off during her like launch video, like her going through the swatches and kind of going through the shade names and stuff. So the shade Jode and OA, these two right here, they're very, very similar. As you saw in the swatches, the only difference between them is they kind of have the same undertone where it's kind of that gray with the blue in it, but OA has glitter in it. And so I kind of feel like they're so similar that I don't know that it was necessary to have both of them in the palette. Only because I think that once you put them on the eye and kind of blend them out, I don't know that they're going to be that different. So I kind of felt like that was a waste, because don't get me wrong though, like OA is really, really pretty because it does have a lot of sparkle in it and like some glitter in it. It just looks so similar. And I just kind of felt like it was kind of a waste. Do you know what I mean? Like, I kind of feel like it was a waste of space in the palette. The thing that I will say that I love most about this palette, all the names are something that means something to her. And My Angels, I love how she dedicated a shade to her followers. Sometimes it's rare to find a lot of these larger influencers that still see their followers as their family and still see that perspective of knowing that the only reason they are where they are is the support that they've had from their followers. And I'm happy that the last 2 collaborations they have done is with Carli Bybel and Jackie Ina. And I love this palette. I think it's very true to who she is. And I feel like the color story is definitely her. Let me talk about the lip kit briefly. I think the lip kit is totally worth it, you guys. These are $20 a piece because these are their full size. Get the entire set for $40. I mean, like basically you buy 2 and get 3 free. I cannot recommend this lip kit enough. And I love the nude selection. And like, I love all the colors. I think all the colors are beautiful. So yeah, lipstick set 100%. If you guys have been considering the palette, I think you'll enjoy it. So those are my final thoughts on the lip kit and the new palette from Carli Bybel and Anastasia Beverly Hills. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for the love that you show me and my channel. It means the world to me. I will see you guys in my next video, and I love you all so much. Bye! I really need to go to bed. I need to go to bed. How do I put these in? Turn, you little shit. There you go. Okay. Go into your little hole. The tutorials. The tutorials with my crooked shelf in the back. Frick. Frickin' frack. Frick and frack. Okay, we're done. We're done. Okay. That's it. Shut it down.